Yo, I am so sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell happened, but my computer just absolutely freaking froze and died about, I don't know, like 10 minutes ago. And I was just like, what is going on? Anyways, bro, sorry, man. I'm back. So we're good. And as per usual, man, if there are audio difficulties or whatever, please let me know, obviously. Anyways, we're here and we're doing our thing. So yeah, if you guys want to jump in, man, and have start some questions, man, let's go. So I apologize. But anyways, we're here. I'm actually I don't even know if I need this thing because I don't even know what's going on with my mic. Hold on, let me see what we got going on here. Golly, I'm a mess. I'm an absolute mess right now. I apologize, you guys. Anyways, we're switching over. How does this mic sound? Good? Bad? Let me know. I don't know. Anyways, we're here. Okay, let's do this thing. Does my mic work? Yes or no, chat. Let me know. Anyways, man, we're gonna go. Anyways, whatever. What you guys got, man? What you guys got, man? We got week 8 on the horizon here, bro. Very soft. You know what, dude? Guess what? I can fix that. I don't know. Maybe I can't. First mic was good. First mic was better. I don't know, whatever. Hello? Check, check, check. Here we go. Anyways. All right. Let's get to some of these questions, bro. Jason, hey, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys sticking with me in the technical difficulties, man. I don't know what is going on, dog. Anyways, good morning to everybody out there, man. All right, cool. All right. Yo, mama's so fat. Full PPR. Foreman or Pierce? Here's the thing. I think Pierce is a potential top 8 running back this week because the matchup is just so crazy. Like I said, Pierce is taking on Carolina. Carolina has been so bad against the run. They've given up a 20-point PPR score in 4 of 6 games this year, right? So Pierce, who I think is not a great system fit, and he actually even admitted that he's still getting used to acclimated to Bobby Sloak's offense. Maybe he's coming around. Maybe he's starting to learn some things. Maybe he's starting to pick up some things, man. So I would say definitely go with Pierce there. Although I got to be honest with you, I love Foreman. It's a good matchup against LA, against the Chargers, but you do have to recognize that Rashawn Johnson is coming back for Chicago. It's probably going to be some kind of split. I would think that Chicago would be stupid and crazy not to give Foreman even 70% of the touches. But if it's if they're in a bad game script and they're trailing and they're behind, maybe Rashawn Johnson works in more maybe as a pass catcher. I like Deontay Foreman as a pass catcher myself, but I think it probably makes more sense from a scouting perspective. It looks like Rashawn's probably a better pass catcher. So, long way of saying I think it's probably going to be like a 60-40, 50-50 split there in Chicago. Pierce probably still going to take home about 65. I would say 65% of the touches in a great matchup against Carolina. So, Pierce all the way there for me, man. So yeah, let's go there. All right, cool. This is from Chuck. All right, full PPR pick 2: Devontae Smith, Terry McLaurin, George Pickens. I love the matchup for George Pickens. As I mentioned, the matchup is really good. Hold on, let me pull this up for you just so I can give you the exact numbers here. But against outside wide receivers, he's got this great matchup on the outside, right? That's where he primarily plays. But we're talking about his matchup here, and Pickens obviously is taking on a team in Jacksonville that has given up a ton of production to the outside. Hold on. Golly, I could do it here. Trust me, I got some things happening here. Okay, Jacksonville has given up the second most fantasy points per game to outside wide receivers. They've given up 8 touchdowns to outside wide receivers, which is tied for the 4th most in the NFL. Plus, they're giving up a lot of production over the top on deep passes this year. So yeah, man, I would definitely play George Pickens. Pickens obviously has been playing really good football as of late recently, right? So that's good. And then I think probably Devontae Smith. Again, taking on Washington. There's no worse team in the NFL than the Washington Commanders against outside wide receivers, and Devontae Smith obviously plays primarily outside too. Look, A.J. Brown's going to get his. That's just what happens. A.J. Brown's going to get his. I think A.J. Brown's in an obvious smash spot, but Devontae Smith, they're going to work into, and I think he'll be just fine. Commanders have been really, really bad in their defensive secondary, so I'm going for it right there, man. Devontae Smith, George Pickens, that's what it feels like is the right call. But if you want to play Terry McLaurin in a potential good game script, right, where they're playing catch-up, I think that's fine, too. But my pick would be George Pickens and Devontae Smith. But I'm definitely playing Pickens. But if you want to play McLaurin too, I think McLaurin and Devontae Smith are really, really close. So I think you can go ahead and go in that direction. All right, cool. All right, Trevor. Here we go. 2 questions. Not super confident with Alexander Madison. Yeah, I mean, he's got a good matchup. I think he'll be fine. Would you start Tank Dell with Devin Simmons? No, I wouldn't play either one of those guys over Alexander Madison. I think Madison will be fine. If you want to play, look, if you're chasing upside, play Tank Dell. Because we've seen that before now. We've seen this. I think Madison has a very good ceiling. So if you want to play Tank Dell for the ceiling, I understand that. But I probably would play Madison over both guys. But again, I think Tank Dell's fine. But definitely not Singletary. I know the matchup. Like I just talked about the Carolina matchup. But Singletary's not getting. I just don't think he's going to get that much. That's all. I think they'll be playing him and I think it's going to be a lot of teams. Mac Jones, Tyrod, no Fields, Watson. Right. Okay. I randomly don't have AJ as a sleeper here, but I kind of think that Tyrod might answer. I don't love it, obviously, because the Jets are really good defensively, but that's the one part. So I don't like the Tyrod matchup. The agent matchups actually probably that's best. Then you can Mac Jones if they're going to be playing a lot of catch-up football, man. Mac Jones might be in my eyes, but obviously the offense doesn't look that good. So just from like offensive health perspective, I like Tyrod. And I don't know, man. Like that one may come back to bite me. It's an interesting one, man. Like the matchup looks really good. Again, the Chargers have given us the most fantasy points per game to the quarterback position. But you know, we've seen a lot of really good quarterbacks. We've given up, again, Mahomes, Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, and Tua. Right? So that's 4 of the 6 games they've played, right? So like they've played some really high-level quarterbacks here. Now that being said, Ryan Tannehill also posted a season high 21 fantasy points on this same Chargers defense. So they can be had. I just don't know if Bajan's that dude. I just don't know if Bajan's that guy. So, great matchup for Bajan. And again, being Mac Jones, man, like, Miami's not that good defensively right now, but they're trending, I think, a little bit better. A little bit, slightly. They're still not great. The Jalen Ramsey effect, I don't know. Does that make a difference, man? Like, the guy hasn't played anything. I'm not buying it right now. This here in week 8 for Miami's defense. That's my only thing. But I do think that Mac Jones' offense gets greater. That being said, it's a decent offense. I bet you anything that he puts together a pretty good game today. So. If I had to pick one, man, I'm probably going Tyrod just because, again, I trust the offense a little bit better. And then for the other one, I'd probably go Madison, but I think if you want to play Tank Dell, I think I'm okay with that too. All right, Mike, here we go. Jalen Warren, Jaleel McLaughlin, or Zach Moss. What PPR you need one? I don't know how you don't play Moss. I know that Jonathan Taylor's been trending and trending upwards, but Moss has been playing pretty good football still, and yeah. I'll look up one thing here for you. And again, I know the snap share has not been going, Moss's way. It's trending in the wrong direction, clearly. Against Cleveland, we're talking about a backfield split with Indianapolis where Moss played 51% and Jonathan Taylor played 49%, right? So to me, I think you're still looking at something that's similar to that. Maybe Jonathan Taylor plays 55% and Moss plays 45%. But I don't know. I think I'm okay playing Zach Moss in a 50-50 split. Um, I don't know. Let me think about let me ruminate on that a little bit more, just because the matchup is so bad, right? Like New Orleans um, has been so good against the run, man. Fourth fewest fantasy points allowed per game to running backs. Oh, here's a random nugget. The Saints have only allowed a running back touchdown in one game thus far. They've given up 2 touchdowns total to the running back position, both of them to Travis Etienne in Week 7. Prior to Week 7, they had not allowed a single touchdown to running back. So maybe I am reconsidering here. And I will. I'm going to talk myself off the ledge here, off of Moss. Um, and I think I'm going to go Jalen Warren, actually. I think I might go Warren because I think Warren's probably in a 50-50 split too. Look, the Jaleel McLaughlin thing, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm a little bit worried about his split there. So yeah, let's go Warren against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, it's a neutral matchup here for both Najee and Jalen Warren. We saw Kamara obviously go crazy with 29 points last week in Week 7. And Jonathan Taylor in Week 6 put up 65 total yards and 11.5 PPR points in limited action there. So I don't know. Yeah, I think we're going Warren. Let's go Warren, Mike. I'm glad I went through that exercise because I was like, yeah, all right, I kind of like, yeah, but okay, let's go Warren. Let's go Warren right there. Johnny Green, what's up? All right, you're decided between Bijan and Jacobs for the last RB spot. Loser gets last flex spot over Devontae Smith. Oh, okay, got it. So you want to pick two between Bijan? Well, you're definitely playing. Come on now. I know last week's thing was stupid and dumb, and what the hell is Arthur Smith doing? But we're still playing Bijan. We're still trusting Bijan. Josh Jacobs or Devontae Smith in full PPR. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting pickle. Hold on, let me look up something here for Las Vegas in regards to the running back matchup. Vegas, Detroit's been really excellent against the run. That's why I kind of hesitate here. Detroit has allowed the third fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position. Third fewest total yards, 3.57 yards per carry. That's the seventh best. And the second lowest explosive run rate. Gus Edwards did get him for 21 points, although I would say that 180-yard catch is probably the flukiest play that you'll see in a bit, but still, 64 rush yards and a touchdown, that's pretty good. Rashad White was held to 6.8 points, and Miles Sanders in Week 5 got hurt in that game, so we could throw that one out. Just looking at their recent game log here. Yeah, you know what, man? Go Devontae Smith. Go Devontae Smith. I think Jacobs is obviously a floor play there for you, but I think forget it. Just go Smith there. Definitely playing Bijan and go ahead and flex out Smith. That's a good roster, by the way. It's I don't know how many teams are in your league, but man, that is a very good choice that you're having to make here. If these are your three guys that you're choosing between, that's pretty good. Jack Lucine, what's up, man? Good morning to you, pal. All right, here we go. Big decision you're struggling with. Home league. You've benched the win 3 times in a row now, 2 and 5. You need to win bad. Okay, Jordan Love, Minnesota. Yeah, I'm playing Jordan Love. I don't, Love has obviously been struggling really bad. Oh, bad audio. We're doing this. Okay. Audio. Yep, we're back. We're good. We're good. We good. We good, fam. We good. All right, we good, fam. Sorry, bro. All right. Um. All right, so we're going, dude. I'm going Love. I'm going Jordan Love here against Minnesota. I think it's a good matchup. It's a great matchup, and again for Stroud, I'm really worried about them jumping out to a big lead and basically just running out the clock. Jordan Love, man, he's obviously not looked good recently, but they're at home. They're taking on Minnesota. It is a great matchup. I'll go ahead and take Jordan Love. I'll go ahead and take Jordan Love right there, dude. All right. Dude, I'm an absolute mess right now because I don't know what the hell's happening technically with my shit, man. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it happens on this stream. I swear to God, there's no other stream where it happens like this, dude. It's like I feel like I'm cursed with these Sunday morning streams. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, CM, what's going on? All right, Superflex, PPR, 6 point passing touchdown. Wow, Superflex with a 6 point passing touchdown. Golly. Tyrod or Jimmy G. I am probably trusting Tyrod a little bit more. The health thing for Jimmy G scares me, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it here, but I'll stick with Tyrod. I think he's been playing decent football too, by the way. Deontay or Mostert. We're going Mostert. I know he disappointed last week, but it's still Mostert. He's still playing good football. Yeah, we'll go on Mostert there. Mixon, Henry, or Foreman, or AAJ. My brain's not computing AAJ. What is AAJ? Yo, CM, hit me back, bro. I can't compute that one. And then I said fade Puka. I did, which is like going to be a super unpopular take. Okay, so Puka or Ayuk, Jacobs, DK Metcalf, or Deontay. This is half PPR. I'm going to go Brandon Ayuk there. I am. I'll go ahead and go there. Again, I'll go Brandon Ayuk over Puka. Give me an idea on AAJ. Re-ask that question there for me. All right, Swindle Chan, here we go. You need 3 PPR. Addison, Green Bay. Yeah, you want to play Addison at Green Bay, I think. I don't think you get away from DJ Moore at LA, which is, I think, a must. And then Waddle's been really good too. Garrett Wilson obviously is. Oh my God, man, this is a tough one right here. If I'm gonna sit anyone of this very, very strong group, I guess it might be Wilson. Hold on, let me think about that. I definitely want to play DJ Moore, and I kind of love playing Waddle too. And Addison feels like a must start as well. Wilson's the only guy left out, but he just sees so much volume, dude. Hold on. Let me get some stats here for you before I make that final decision here. Okay. What are the Giants doing on outside wide receivers? It's a neutral matchup. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a neutral matchup. They allow the 14th, or they're basically league average in terms of fantasy points. Allowed league average in terms of completion rate, allowed to outside wide receivers. And Garrett Wilson's obviously been good. And so that part I recognize. He's been really good at, as a matter of fact. But and he sees so much volume. But the quarterback obviously is not ideal, ladies and gentlemen, as we know. So yeah, I guess I'll sit Garrett Wilson. I don't feel great about that one, man. I don't feel great about that one at all. So, yeah. All right, we'll go there. Chuck Keefe, here we go. Desperate wide receiver times. Brandon Cooks or Curtis Samuel. I don't feel bad about Curtis Samuel, guys. Let's go with Curtis Samuel. I think he's been a consistent part of this offense, and I think Sam Howell looks for him. I think that's good. I think Chuck Keefe, I think you can go Curtis Samuel there at wide receiver, dude. Okay. Clark Schuyler, do you think Stroud in a better matchup against Carolina, stick with Burrow versus San Francisco? In this instance, I think I like Stroud more than Burrow. I'm a little torn on that one, but I think I like Stroud more than Burrow here. And then do I like Stroud over Lawrence against Pittsburgh? Nah. I'll stick with Lawrence against Pittsburgh. I'll go Lawrence, Stroud, and then Burrow. I think that's the way to go. All right, cool. Would I bench Bijan for Ayuk, Dan Preto? Nah. Wow, what kind of league are you in where you got to make a choice between Bijan and Brandon Ayuk? Get the flex, dog. Wow, that's a stacked lineup. Dude, you must have a stacked team, dude. That's what I'm thinking, Brad. I'm probably, oh my God. Arthur, dude, screw Arthur Smith, man. Like, what is going on with by the way, I don't need this mic anymore. What the hell am I doing here? Screw Arthur Smith, man. What is going on with dude? Oh, God damn. No, but I'm gonna stick with Bijan. Bijan's been so consistent and so good, man. I just don't. Yeah, dude. We'll stick it there, dude. All right, here we go. Thomas Leos. Hey, wait, hold on a second. AAJ is Aaron Jones. Why is AAJ Aaron Jones? I'm trying to figure that out. What's the extra A in there, man? I don't know. Anyways, whatever. Okay. Bus, what's going on, dude? Are you overthinking it here? CeeDee Lamb or Pickens, 0.5. You're not overthinking it. You're not overthinking it. You're not overthinking it. But because Pickens has such a great matchup. Oh man. I don't know how you get away from CeeDee Lamb. I do like Pickens a lot. I like him a lot this week, but I'll stick with Lamb. I'll stick with Lamb there. I think it's really, really close, man. But yeah, I can't get away from the volume. Great player is Lamb. Obviously, he's the number one in that offense. You know he's going to get the work, dude. So go ahead and give me CeeDee Lamb there over Pickens, dude. TR Diaz. All right, here we go. You need to drop one for an empty kicker spot. Kareem Hunt, Josh Downs, Rashawn Johnson. I'm probably dropping Rashawn Johnson. I will drop. If you think he's going to overtake that backfield, then you want to keep Johnson. I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to be a change of pace, pass catching running back. So I'm going to drop Rashawn Johnson in that spot. I think he's got higher upside than Kareem Hunt, though. So if you're making an upside play and you want to, drop the guy that you think doesn't have as much upside, it's probably Kareem Hunt. Jerome Ford's probably going to come back at some point here, and it won't be as exciting. And by the way, Cleveland's not going to run him out there naked. It's not like Kareem Hunt's going to get 70% or 75% of the touches. I just don't see it. That's just not what they do in Cleveland. Kevin Stefanski has never done that. So I don't know. I don't think that's what's going to happen. So maybe it is, but I just don't think so. So I would probably say if we're gonna drop somebody for less upside, and again, this is just for this week or beyond, right? Like for just this week, I'm dropping Rashawn Johnson. But if you want to make a longer term play and you're not playing any of these guys, then go ahead and drop Kareem Hunt and then just kind of live with it. But you want to keep Josh Downs, dude. He's been so freaking productive. It's unbelievable, dude. All right, bro, Joe. I got you here. Goff or Stroud, standard league, but -1 for sacks. Nah, we're still going Goff. Goff's been great, dude. Goff's been great. So let's go there. Let's go Goff. AZ Cardinals. The official AZ Cardinals are in the chat now. Okay, start George Pickens over Brandon Ayuk or DJ Moore in a PPR league. Really loving the matchups they have. Yeah, I know. Pickens has got a great matchup. Like I said, potential smash spot there. Brandon Ayuk has a decent matchup. I wouldn't say it's a great matchup, but Brandon Ayuk himself is a great player. And then DJ Moore is obviously in a great matchup against the Chargers. It's a PPR league. My eyes go to Brandon Ayuk here because I want to believe in the talent. But I think if we're talking just straight up upside, like you want to get 2 touchdowns from somebody, I think that somebody is George Pickens. I'll look up one thing here for you. Outside wide receivers, Cincinnati. I have it as a tough matchup. They've allowed. Get this, dude. They've allowed 0 touchdowns to the outside wide receivers. 0.00. They've allowed the 8th fewest fantasy points per game. But again, the touchdowns matter in this one. They have given up, what is it, the about league average in terms of yards, and but otherwise they've been solid, man. Otherwise they've been solid across the board. So my eyes go to Brandon Ayuk. It's not a great matchup though, and I think again Pickens is in a great matchup, dude. I don't know how. And listen, I love DJ Moore too. You know, he's probably your safety pick. If you want a good floor, we're going DJ Moore because he's just going to get fed the rock. It's in a good matchup. He's a good player. He'll be fine. He'll be more than fine. But the quarterback obviously concerns me there, and I think his ceiling is capped. Dude, Bajent had like a 4.5 A dot last week. I think they'll obviously open it up. And by the way, just so you know, like average depth of target for like 4.5, that not only would that be the absolute stone cold like lowest in the NFL, it'd be the lowest in the NFL by a country mile. Like the lowest is probably 6 on average, right? So 6 air yards per target, right? But Bajent was at like 4.5, 4. They're really taking it slow with the rookie, which makes a lot of sense. A lot of bubble screens, a lot of underneath stuff, a lot of checkdowns for Tyson Bajent. So, and again, it's if you're a wide receiver, it's really hard to put up big points when all you're catching are these little check down underneath, micro passes, man. It's really hard to post a big number. So yeah, I don't know, but I do think he gives you the best floor because he's probably going to see 10 targets and he's going to catch like 7 of them and give you 70 yards or something like that, maybe less, right? So maybe like 7 catches for 60 is probably a good, fair estimate. Whether he catches that touchdown or not is going to be the determining factor as to whether or not he goes crazy, right? But I think Pickens, again, I mean, he only needs to catch like 5 or 6 balls for 120 yards and, 120 yards and a touchdown. So I really like Pickens this week, and I'll go ahead and chase that upside. Pickens over Ayuk and DJ Moore. In both instances there. Yeah, but Ayuk is really tempting because he's such a good player, man. Such a good player. All right, cool. Here we go. Do. All right, we're going back here to Thomas Leos. And again, by the way, if you guys are new to the stream, listen, I even feel bad asking for it now because we've had so many technical issues, man. But if you guys would subscribe, yo, that would help me out a lot. That'd be dope. If you would share this with your family and friends, I swear to God, we're not going to have as many technical issues. I think we're just going to go to this native mic from here on out because my brain cannot handle any more technical difficulties, bro. Like, as somebody who is a perfectionist, dude, like my brain absolutely scrambles when this shit is happening. Anyways, and again, I can't figure it out because I swear to God, we must be cursed because I never get technical issues with my computer ever. I never get microphone issues with my setup ever, except Sunday morning for some reason. I don't know what the hell's happening, man. It's something crazy, dog. So anyways, we're here, dude. So Michael Thomas, Deontay Johnson, full PPR in the flex. Also, Thomas, Jerome Ford, T. Higgins in the flex, full PPR. Let me get to that first one here first. Thomas or Deontay Johnson? I think I'm definitely going Deontay Johnson for all the reasons we laid out for George Pickens. Give me Deontay Johnson in the flex, especially in full PPR. I think he's got a great safety floor. And I know he doesn't catch touchdowns, man. I just feel like he's going to catch a touchdown this week. So let's go with Deontay Johnson. All right. Then you got Michael Thomas, Jerome Ford. What's the Ford injury status, man? I'd probably have to look that one up first. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Easily searchable. Jerome Ford, what's his status? Jerome Ford, this is questionable, sprained ankle, intends to play, but Cleveland wants to see how he looks and feels in pregame warmups before allowing it. So at the very least, he will be limited. So go ahead and take Ford out. T. Higgins is in a not ideal matchup against San Francisco. Although I will say San Francisco is not as stout as they were in years past. Really good still against the run, but against outside wide receivers, they're league average. Okay. They're very league average. As a matter of fact, they've allowed the 3rd most receptions per game. to outside wide receivers and the 68% completion rate allowed to outside wide receivers, that's the 11th worst in the NFL. So, and again, league average in terms of yards and fantasy points to outside wide receivers. So I think that we can trust T. Higgins to a degree here in this matchup. I'm going to go ahead and while I got this window up, what is going on? I just want to make sure now. Oh, Matt Berry's saying I'm trusting T. Higgins. So, I mean, he's the GOAT, baby. Yeah. I think you can go T. Higgins there. I'll go T. Higgins. I'll give him my support as well. It's not full throated, but yeah, I think we like T. Higgins there, man. All right, Darren. Darren Tarul. Am I saying that right? I love to try to get these names, man. Darren Tarul. Devontae Smith, Nico Collins, full PPR. Oh, we're going Nico Collins. Well, are we? Again, I think Carolina obviously is a good touchdown matchup, but we'll look this up. Against outside wide receivers, what are they doing? By the way, I think they're missing some key defensive players. As Carolina, I've got Nico as a start here, strong start. They give up. Carolina does 11.2 yards per target to outside wide receivers. That's the worst in the NFL. Worst in the NFL. They give up a lot of big plays. They give up the third most yards to outside wide receivers. 72% completion rate to outside wide receivers. That's the fifth worst in the NFL. So yeah, man, you want to play Nico Collins in this matchup. I knew my gut instinct was right here. Devontae Smith is in a really good matchup too against Washington. I think Washington's probably the worst secondary in the NFL, but again, he's a secondary option. I think Nico Collins is the go-to guy there for Houston. So I'll go ahead and say Nico Collins for me. All right, here we go. Clark Schuyler, wide receiver unfriendly league, half PPR, 1 point, for 15 receiving yards, and then 1 point for every 10 rushing yards. All right, here we go. Miles Sanders against Houston. Don't feel that. Javonte against KC or Pickens against Jacksonville. The Pickens call is a touchdown call. So, I mean, I know he's not going to get as many yards or points per yard, which kind of sucks. But, and again, it is half PPR too. So you're kind of sort of making up for it right there. I think I'm going Pickens still. The Javonte thing's an interesting one, though. I think it's a good matchup against Kansas City. And again, I know people are worried about the snow and everything like that, but I'm not that worried about the snow, dude. He'll be fine. But I'm still going Pickens. I think right there. Miles Sanders against Houston is the injury concerns. He's not very. The offensive line stinks. The offense stinks. I'm not messing with Sanders, dude. Plus, he's going to be in a timeshare, with Chuba. So yeah, we're going Pickens. Although I'm very intrigued by Javonte against Kansas City as well. I just don't think he has very much upside. That would just be my thing. I'm going to go ahead. Guys, if you guys know me, man, I'm going to chase upside a lot. Most of the time I'll chase upside unless the downside risk is just too much, dude, All right, yo mama, here we go. You need two. Zay Flowers? Yeah, we're playing Zay Flowers. I don't care what's going on there. You're playing Zay Flowers. DJ Moore against LA or Garrett Wilson against the Giants. Again, we just went through this with Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson combination against the Giants, and then DJ Moore against LA. The way I see it with DJ Moore is that I think he's just a safer play. He's a safer play, but, I think the upside's not quite there. It's just not quite there, because, again, we're talking micro ADOT, man. Like, he's going to have to do a lot from the PPR perspective. I think probably Garrett Wilson. I'm looking at the upside there for Garrett Wilson. I'll probably just chase that against the Giants. Okay, so go ahead and give me Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson, and we'll get it going. David Langle, what's up, man? Good morning to you, dude. Full PPR. Calvin Ridley. Yeah, weather matchup concerns. I got you there. Okay, Rashid Shaheed, Kendrick Bourne, Rashawn Johnson, pick 2. I'm still going to go Calvin Ridley. I'm going to go Ridley there. Because the matchup is really good as far as I'm concerned. Hold on, let me look this up just so I have it all laid out in front of me here. Pittsburgh. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Yeah, I've got Ridley as a strong start. Pittsburgh against outside wide receivers, not very good. They've allowed the 10th most fantasy points per game to the outside. Ridley has played 87% outside, right? So he's pretty much exclusively there. Now, I get it. Ridley has scored 7 or fewer in 4 of 6 games, but we know that he's got upside too. He's got 20 plus in a couple of games here, right? I just think he's probably due for a good game. Pittsburgh has allowed, again, the 7th most yards per game to outside wide receivers. And they're also bottom 12 in terms of receptions allowed to outside wide receivers. So, yeah, man, I'm okay with that. I think the Steelers, are very beatable on the outside. Ridley's that guy on the outside. And listen, Christian Kirk's going to get his too. But I think Ridley will get there too. So I'll go Ridley. I like Ridley there. And again, if I'm picking 2, I got Ridley and give me Kendrick Bourne. Bourne's been playing really good football. And again, I don't think it's a bad matchup against Miami. I think it's actually a decent matchup. I don't know. What do you guys think about what are you guys thinking here about Jalen Ramsey coming back, man? Like I don't think he's going to be. He's coming back so soon, by the way, from this knee injury. So I don't know, man. I'm not really scared about that right now. But yeah, I've got Kendrick Bourne as a start. Miami's been giving up a lot of production to the outside. They've given up 7 touchdowns to outside wide receivers. That is the 6th most in the NFL. And again, as a matter of fact, all 7 touchdowns allowed to wide receivers at all have all gone to the outside. So I think Kendrick Bourne, who has been a go-to player for them, I know that they're getting some players back, but he's averaging 9 targets, 8 receptions, 76 yards over his last 2 games. And again, when you watch him play, Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones seem to have a decent chemistry there. He would be, I think, foolish not to go back to Kendrick Bourne again and again in a trailing game script too, right? So I think the game script actually lines up pretty well for Bourne. So I like Ridley. I like Bourne right there. And we'll go. All right. Joel Schuff. Would I start Downs over Puka? No. I'm saying fade Puka, but I'm still going to play him over Downs. Yeah. Again, I don't like the matchup here for Puka, and Downs is great. Listen, Downs is great, and he's got a good matchup. Okay, but he's still, I think, a secondary option, and he plays in the slot. It's hard for these guys who are not stretch. I don't think he's a stretch slot guy either, right? So it's hard for these guys, in my opinion, to really post huge numbers. So I'm going to still stick with Puka, even though I'm saying fade Puka. I think Puka's still a good, rock-solid wide receiver 2 this week, so top 20-ish production. Downs I view more as like a flex option there. So I still go Puka over Downs. Clarify full PPR league. Downs versus Puka. Yeah. I know. I'm confusing people out there. I'm just saying I don't think Puka is like a. I just don't think Puka is like a. Hold on, 1 second. Sorry. I just don't think Puka is like a wide receiver 1 this week. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he's a wide receiver 1. Okay? So yeah, I'm fading Puka, just not as a wide receiver 1. I still think he's a wide receiver 2. Alex Mirabel, PPR Flex Henderson or Rashee Rice. We're running out of time, so we're going to get to as many of these questions as possible. Plus, I got a late start and technical issues, and I suck. All right, so I apologize. This week's been a bad week, boy. Anyways, whatever. Darrell Henderson, Rashee Rice. I am going to go. I'm going Rashee Rice right there. Give me Rashee Rice. He's been really, really productive as of late. He's been a very good PPR player. And very consistent as well. Brandon Gaffney, torn between Rice at Denver or Ridley against the Steelers. Go ahead and give me Ridley. Again, I'm feeling a bounce back week for Ridley this week, guys. So go ahead and give me Ridley. Again, I do think Rashee Rice has been really consistent, way more consistent, as a matter of fact, than Calvin Ridley, as crazy as that seems. But go ahead and give me Calvin Ridley. I'm chasing that upside against the Steelers. Mackenzie Chitwood, Josh Jacobs, or Josh Downs, full PPR. Wow. I know Josh Jacobs is down bad, but I don't think he's down that bad. Let's go, Josh Jacobs there. Again, guys, I really like Josh Downs. I really do. But more as like a flex play. And I think Josh Jacobs probably still gives you better upside than Josh Downs. I think. Getting so many of these questions, I'm starting to second guess whether or not I should just start giving a full throated thing to Josh Downs, man. But no, I'll still go Josh Jacobs here. Aiden Badia or Badia, whatever. Should I start Cousins over Mahomes because of the flu? Is Mahomes dealing with the flu? I didn't see that. Mahomes dealing. I guess he's dealing with the flu. They've added Mahomes. By the way, I love that these teams are now adding guys to the injury report because of illness on a late Saturday, early Sunday, all because of freaking Arthur Smith. What a d bag Arthur Smith is. Nah, man, I'm still oh golly. Nah, I'm still gonna go Mahomes. I'll go Mahomes right there. I'm good. I'm not worried about the weather report either. Although let me just say this: if you want a safer floor, go Cousins against Green Bay. They're down a couple of secondary players. I think you'll be fine with Cousins this week. Palmer, D Johnson, Rashawn Johnson. I'm flexing Deontay Johnson right there. Again, all the matchup data that I have would indicate that. Tank Dell on his birthday. Ooh, we got birthday narrative for Don. Deontay Johnson, full PPR. Again, I will go Deontay Johnson right there. Mirabel, I think I got you right there. Darren Turwell. Oh, not Turul. My bad. Turwell. All right, cool. I'm gonna remember that one. Turwell. All right. Jerry Judy or Sutton. Oh, Sutton. Easy. Easy for me. All right, cool. Are we good? We good. All right, man. We got there. Man. We got there. All right, guys. I apologize. We've had massive technical issues here today. I don't know what the hell's the deal, but I hope everyone has a great week 8, man. If you guys got more questions, obviously fire them my way on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok too, I'm ramping up my TikTok game there. And I'm releasing a lot more information out there too. So follow me on it's all of it's all the same at James Deco, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter or whatever, man. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, man. But we're out of here, dude. Everyone, good luck in week 8, man. Let's get after it. All right. Peace.